Okay. So, I'm here for what topic did I want to talk about? Becoming a master at something instead of being a jack of all trades, right? So, I'm also going to do some readings after this, one for each sign for the season of Sagittarius, because that's just what I feel like doing. Um, so, let's talk about the topic, the message that I got. So, being a master at something means that you're an expert at something. And when you're an expert at something, let me make sure everything is working correctly. When you're an expert at something, it means that you know all the ins and outs, you have experience within something that you're working on or building, and you also know how to teach whatever this is, or you know how to give people information on whatever it is that you're an expert on.
Do you know the U.S. solar?
Always with the ads. Um, okay, yeah. So the reason why this is important is because so many of us nowadays are so good at a lot of things. And we're not in a time period where you have to necessarily master anything anymore. You really could have your hands in all types of things. And that just comes with technology, that comes with development, that comes with just different ways that the world is evolving. And I found that with the more people that we have that are amazing at multiple different things, it kind of delays us almost because no one spends enough time becoming an expert or a master at one thing anymore. It's almost like unnecessary. It's you don't have to do that anymore. But one of the things that I have learned, right, in this new age that we're in, like going into Aquarius, this new age is kind of forcing you to become a master of something so that you can discover the many other trades or the other capabilities that you have. And so, what I mean by this is because there's so much that you can involve yourself into, it's almost more strategic to become the very best at something, get your foot in the door, and then figure out how many other gifts that you have that you're not even aware of, how many dormant gifts lie within you. And this is something I've noticed because a lot of this energy within the age of Aquarius and just how we're moving as a society, it kind of forces you to be able to think out of the box. And so when you think out of the box, it's you can't do things in a conventional way anymore. So it's like you have to focus in all of your energy on one thing, become an expert, and then you start walking into different arenas and you notice that you have so many other gifts that you didn't even know you had. And so this message came to me the other day where I realized, it's harder to try to master a lot of things. It's easy to master one. And usually the thing that you can master is something that comes natural to you. It's something that you already have embedded in you. And then once you start to work on that, you start to develop this sense of being able to walk into new places, new environments, being around new people, accepting new ideas. And that's where you start to develop these new trades or these new skill sets that you didn't know you had, but it was already waiting for you in the first place. And I feel like that's a very it's a very interesting concept in this time that we're in because the world is just changing so quickly and time is going hella fast. Even to the point where it's like you could get lost easily. Like even though there's so much information, right? Everyone talks about how much hold on, y'all. Let me Oh wait, that's not what I was trying to do. There we go. Okay. So even though there's so much information out there, right? It's still important for you to understand that just because information is out there doesn't mean that you're going to actually use that information to better your life. So you don't want to get lost. You don't want to get like kind of washed away with all of the old news because time is moving much faster now. It's not really moving faster, but it feels that way. So with the information that we do have, it's important for you to have at least one thing that you are the master of. Like nobody can touch you on that topic. And it's also something that you offer to other people so that whatever they're a master of, they can incorporate you within that. And that's how you can start to swim in this new wave that we're in. Because otherwise, you're just going to get pushed to the side because so many people are good at so many things. Meaning that if you're not the best, or you don't stand out, or you don't have anything new to offer, you're not really going to make a difference, because we have access to the world right now because we have technology, which is not a negative thing. But if you don't utilize it correctly, you will get washed up. You will get rocked to sleep. And so that's something I feel like is important. Do whatever you can to become the master of something, at least one thing, and then use that to catapult you and get you into different arenas where you can start to exercise what you have and what you can offer to other people. Okay? So, I want us to do some readings. Hi, Ramesh. I hope I said your name correctly. Okay, so I'm just going to go through each sign. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on each sign. I'm only going to pull one card unless I feel called to pull more, okay? And we're going to start with Sagittarius just because it is Sagittarius season. Sagittarius. All right. Starting with Sagittarius. So what do you need to know for this season? Hi, Crystal. Okay, so 2 cards came out. So whatever comes out, that's what I'm going to read for each sign, okay? So we have the King of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, the first thing that I got with this is that you need to master your emotions. During this time period, there's going to be certain things that you can build on. There's certain things that you can expound on. There are certain things that you may be able to give, but you need to learn how to deal with it internally first. And this is all dealing with your emotions, emotions and spiritual natures. How can I make that more practical? During this season, Sagittarius, during your season, lots of people are going to be naturally drawn to you. This is your time. But for whatever reason, you have a lot of things that are going to be within you that may want to come out, but you have to decide and give it that, you have to be able to direct your energies the way that you want it to go. A lot of things you may need to keep to yourself. You may not need to be as expressive during this time, simply because the stuff that is being brought up is stuff that needs to be internalized. It's the stuff that you need to keep to yourself, or you need to keep it safe. You don't want all of your emotions, all of your spiritual nature to be spilled out onto everyone. You don't want to cast your pearls to swine. This 4 of Pentacles is all about, sorry y'all, there's a glare, oh no. So this 4 of Pentacles is about the things that you keep near and dear to yourself. It's also about what you save, not just saving it just to keep it, but you're saving it so you can use it at the right time. You want to still be strategic with a lot of these things. And so you want to make sure when you're expressing yourself, you're doing it at a time that benefits you, and it also fulfills you as well. It's not just something that's going to just be, you're doing it because you just want to feel alive in the moment. You want to think long term, and you want to really compartmentalize what's important to be said and what's not, okay? Also what you express, not just what you're saying, but what you're actually expressing through emotions and spirituality. Okay. So that was Capricorn. That was Sagittarius. Sorry, y'all, my back is hurting. Okay, let's go on to Capricorn. Capricorn during Sagittarius season. What do they need to know? Capricorns during Sagittarius season. You got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so Capricorn, during this time, I need you to work your magic, okay? When I say work your magic, I mean, don't just delegate and tell people what to do. Show them how to do it. At this time, Capricorn, this is going to be the best time for people not to be offended by you actually getting in there and helping them do the work that you want to see done. In other words, don't talk about it, be about it. So you can tell people, this is how we need things to be done. This is what I expect from you, but show them. The best way for you during this time is to show people what you're talking about. Show people what you're made of. Not for the sake of proving it to yourself, but for the sake of letting other people see you and so that you can lead by example. So don't be afraid to get in there and get your hands dirty during this time, okay? Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Let's see. Aquarius during Sagittarius season, what do they need to know? 10 of Cups. Okay, so Aquarius, this is very simple. I want you to try your best to really enjoy yourself during this time. This is a time where you have permission to literally do what you want to do. Not for selfish reasons, but for the sake of making memories. So if you're an Aquarius who has trouble allowing yourself to be around family or allowing yourself to go out and have fun, you are being told at this time you need to do that. You need to enjoy the holiday season, as they call it. You need to go out and be around other people, not for the sake of just being wild and reckless, but for the sake of making memories. Do your best to put yourself in situations where you can make memories, whether that's being around people or whether that's being around yourself and just going on adventures and taking pictures on your own. Whatever it is, try to make memories during this time, okay? All right. After Aquarius, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces during Sagittarius season. Pisces during Sagittarius season. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Pisces during Sagittarius season. That didn't feel right. Pisces during Sagittarius season. Please leave a like on the video if you're here. Whether you're a troll or not, we accept all. Pisces during Sagittarius season. Pisces. Pisces, you have the Six of Swords. Pisces. So during this time, Pisces, the word I'm getting is transition, but I'm conflicted by this transition. I feel like you're in limbo right now. So during the Sagittarius season, it almost seems like you need to decide something. Let's see. Let me get more clarification on that. Judgment. Yeah, you need to make a decision. Yeah, so like I was saying, there's a decision that needs to be made. Y'all saw the card come out, y'all. I don't be making this shit up. What you need to decide is, where are you trying to go? What's your direction? Not just physically, but like mindset wise. What are you really aiming for? And I think that's very fitting for Sagittarius season. When you're talking about the Sagittarius energy, what are you aiming for? Where is your arrow leading you? What are you shooting for, right? What is the bigger picture, Pisces? Where are you going? Not where are you at in the moment. Where are you going? Who are you in this world? I think this is the time for you to start to decide, where is it that the momentum is going to take you? Pisces, you're great at riding the wave. You're great at going with the flow, but that flow is still a current that's moving somewhere. Where do you want to go with it? Where are you going to stop? Where are you going to get off the bus at? Where are you going to, where are you going to go with the momentum that you have right now? And that's the question you really need to ask yourself right now. Judgment is not it's not a scary card, but it's a serious card. It's making the decision. You're deciding. You're cutting off any other options. Okay, that might be a message. You're cutting off any other option that you have. You need to make a decision. The Judgment card also deals with consequence. So when something happens, there has to be a judgment. So if you think of a court case, when something is happening, the people decide, or whatever, the judge decides what is their sentence, what is their consequence. And so you need to look at that as well for yourself. Where are you going? Where are you headed? What is this action going to lead you towards? What is your consequence, whatever you do with the situation? So that's kind of a deep one. Okay. Aries. Let's see. Recently I've been meeting, not a lot of Aries, but there's been a lot of Aries that I've noticed that are around me lately. And that's different. I feel like Aries be chilling, in the cut, but somehow you guys are popping up lately. So let's talk about that Aries energy during Sagittarius season. What do they need to know? Aries. The Fool. So your card comes out for you, Aries. So during the Sagittarius season, I think on a very surface level, I think that you just need to be yourself. You may have been questioning, like, am I like throwing people off? Is it me? Like, is it them? Just be yourself. Don't overcomplicate it. This also is, it's not just your energy though. This is deeper than that. This is saying you're about to start a new journey during this time period. Allow yourself to be in that journey. Allow yourself to experience. Allow yourself to be the student. You don't have to know everything. You just need to be receptive to what you're experiencing. And that could even be internally. Maybe you're learning more about yourself. Maybe you're learning what you like, what you dislike, what you're okay with. That's okay. Just be receptive to the journey during the season, okay? You're going to find out a lot more than you think. A lot of wisdom and a lot of information and knowledge comes from the things that you don't physically have to study. It's usually the things that you didn't know that you needed to know. So for example, if I teach you how to do something, you don't really learn until you get into the situation and you do it yourself, and then there's a question that pops up that you never even thought of while you watched me do something or when I was teaching you to do something. So it's very, experience is the best teacher. So, you know, instead of trying to overcomplicate it, just go through it, experience, and see what you get from it. Okay, that was Aries, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus during the Sagittarius season. Taurus during the Sagittarius season. Taurus, what do they need to know during the Sagittarius season? Y'all, I turned my heater on. It's hot as hell. Excuse my language, but I should have turned that off. I really should have. Taurus. Ace of Swords. I like that. Okay, so I feel like things are becoming a lot more clear for you. We could say the new beginnings. We can say, you know, there's a start to a new thought process. We could say there's new ideas. But the word that I got for you during this season was clarity. I think you were starting to understand something. So you may be catching on to something. You may be in a situation where you're starting to understand something more. And it seems positive. It seems like whatever you're starting to get, you're like, okay, I'm finding my footing. I'm starting to understand. Something about getting better or becoming more clear. I also want you to do your best to communicate. I think this energy is almost giving me vibes like, you know what you're talking about. You know what you want to say, but you're not allowing yourself to communicate it, so people don't know that you know. But you need to start speaking up so people know, okay? Allow yourself to express the wisdom that you do have, or the knowledge, or the information, or the ideas. Be communicative during this time. Because I think you'll see that it's not as scary as you think it is, okay? So that's for Taurus. Who's next? Gemini. Gemini during the Sagittarius season, your opposing sign. Gemini during Sagittarius season. What do they need to know? Gemini during Sagittarius season. Okay. Okay, so the word I'm hearing is discomfort. I don't know if it's discomfort or uncomfortable. Okay. Gemini during Sagittarius season. What do they need to know? Oh yeah, Two of Swords. So you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Like, it's not even that you need to make a decision. It's just that you feel like you have to make a decision. But the choices you have, you're like, I don't really want to choose between either one. It's uncomfortable right now. Let's get another card on that. Oh, here it is. King of Swords. Here you go. King of Swords. I feel like at this time, Gemini, your mind is telling you one thing, but your circumstances are forcing you to do another. You're at a crossroads. That's what I'm trying to say. You're at a crossroads. Let's see. Three of Cups. Okay, it could be dealing with relationships or people you're dealing with. But I also feel like it's dealing with comfortability, like your safe space, your comfort zones. You're in a space where it's like, should you do something different or should you keep doing what you're doing? But it's tough for you. But I feel like these cards are saying during this season, you have to analyze that. You need to dig deeper. You need to figure out, why do you feel uncomfortable? What is it now that has made you feel uncomfortable when all this time things have been fine? What is making you uncomfortable? Are you going to address it? Are we going to talk about it? Are we going to bring it up? Are we going to hide it? What are you going to do, Gemini? I think it's time for you to make a decision on how much focus are you going to finally put into that situation that makes you uncomfortable. It could be commitment. It could be family members. It could be the things that you're doing lately. Do you really align with what you're doing? I think these are questions for you. I don't think this is a question for me to answer. I think it's for you. Okay? Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer in Sagittarius season. What do you need to know? Cancer in Sagittarius season. What do you need to know? Cancer in Sagittarius season. What do they need to know? Cancer, you also have the Ace of Swords, like Taurus. This felt different though for you. I feel like Cancer, it's almost like you're learning something, or now you have more information on something. You've just learned something. You had an aha moment, an epiphany. Or you will have that during this time period. The word I'm hearing is fresh. Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Wow. You're learning how to grow something. You're also learning how to save. I think you're starting to understand your financial side a lot more. I think you're learning what it means to nurture something and to see it grow. So not only do you know how to take care of something, but it's starting to expand and grow. There's progression. For some of you, this is saying that you just learned that you are pregnant. Now, this could be physical. It could be a physical pregnancy, or it could be a mental pregnancy, meaning that you have an idea and you're like, ooh, I know how to grow this now. Like, I'm starting to see the progression with whatever you are giving birth to. So yeah, I think you're starting to pick up on something. All right, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo during Sagittarius season. What do you need to know? Leo during Sagittarius season. What does Leo need to know during Sagittarius season? Six of Cups. Okay, so Leo, during Sagittarius season, going back into your past, right? What is it that you used to enjoy? What is it that you used to enjoy? That's the first question I'll ask you, or that you should ask yourself. The Chariot. Okay, so something from your past is going to be the catalyst to pushing you towards your future. I think this could be emotional, like emotional ties to something from your past. But this combination, I'm feeling like it's more of something that you used to do, you were good at. And at this time, that's going to carry you to success if you let it. If you let it. There's something from your past when you were younger that you used to do or you used to be interested in, that now if you get back into that, or if you start doing it, it's going to take you somewhere. So look into that. Really think, really go back into that, into your mind of figuring out your old patterns, your old interests, your old self. I want to say child-like self, but maybe just adolescent, maybe just a time when you were happy. It's positive memories, positive interests from the past. Try to incorporate that into your now during this season and see what happens moving forward. There's going to be some sort of sped up progression, like just at a quick pace. Okay. Virgo during Sagittarius season. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. There's way too many cards, Virgo. Relax. Virgo during Sagittarius season. Not seeing anything besides the color brown. Oh, the High Priestess. Okay. So, Virgo. Especially if you are a woman, right? Not just for the men. I mean, not just for the women, but also for men. But especially if you are a woman. This High Priestess energy, right? I want you to really dive deep in what it means for you to be a woman. I want you to really take this time to get in touch with your femininity and figure out what part of your femininity makes you magical. I want you to really dive deep into the shadow self, the thing that makes people, what makes you magnetic to people, what makes people want to know more about you. You need to like dive into that part of you. If you're a man and you're a Virgo, it's similar, but not the same. You need to get in touch with the side of you that it's like the internal part of you, but it's the magic, it's the imagination, it's the creativity. It's the thing that makes you as a man, makes you powerful or makes you think differently than other people. It's your spirit. Like you need to get in touch with your spirit. For the women though, this energy of getting in touch with the spirit is a lot deeper because it's like the energy that you use on a day-to-day basis. For men, this is like getting in touch with the side of you that you may not even recognize all the time. So not your femininity, but it's more so of your spiritual nature, your mystical side. This is a time where you need to start getting in touch with that. I also think during the Sagittarius season for Virgos, going outside at night and spending time in nature is going to be really, really beautiful for you. Okay. Let's see who's next. Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio during Sagittarius season. Scorpio during Sagittarius season. What we got? What we got? 5 of Cups and 9 of Swords. Child, who you mad at? Okay, so Scorpio, it looks like forgiveness is going to be a big thing for you during this time. This 9 of Swords. It almost seems like guilt. So maybe you need to forgive yourself, Scorpio. And I hate to go all deep and stuff like that, but during this time of Sagittarius season, I think that you are starting to feel some sort of karmic guilt, or you're just starting to feel conscious of something that you may have done or that you have not done in the past. And it's catching up to you. I want you to take the time to not be so hard on yourself because the energy of guilt is going to be hard enough on you. It's not something that you have to help be hard on yourself. So when you start to feel wrong about something or feel like you could have done something better, you can accept that, but don't internalize that. Let's look at what is that energy trying to teach you? What is it? Because really when you have guilt about something and something is like picking at your conscience, what it's saying is we are not okay with that morally. So you're learning about yourself because some people can do things and they have no feeling attached to it. You did something that your spirit is telling you, no ma'am, no sir, we don't agree with that. We don't need to do that ever again. And that's it. You just don't do it again. There's not much you can do to change something that's already happened. If you already did it, Scorpio, you know this better than anybody. All you can do is let it go and move forward. But I feel like with Scorpios, that's a deep road to go down for yourself. Some of you may be tapping into that Phoenix rising situation that happens every so often for you. It may be your first time. I just got the chills. It may be your first time going through that Phoenix rising moment. So it may be tough, but you can get through it. Allow yourself to learn from whatever it is that you've done. Okay. All right. That's all that we did. Yeah, we did Sag. All right, y'all. So that is all of the signs. I'm gonna keep this post up for you, so that way you're able to rewatch it, go back to your sign. Again, this was for the Sagittarius season. So once we get to the middle of December, then it is no longer valid, of course. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. You can email me, or you can I have my Instagram up, but I don't really be active on here, to be honest with you. But yes, you can email me if you have questions, if you want a reading, if you want to reach out. You can comment, leave a like on the video, do your thing, do your thing. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. How do you end the live? Oh, hold on, y'all.